I played a lot of games last year. Some would even say, too many games. Over 40 games in fact. Please don't make me get a job. So I thought, why not rank them? Because I'm broken and the only way I can formulate a good opinion is if I put them on a fucking tier list. Now, I would like to preference everything I say is from my subjective point of view, and I'm going to get a lot wrong, so I strongly encourage you to play these games and form your own opinion. As much as I love these games, I can't guarantee you'll have the exact same experience as me, make the same emotional connections, or even enjoying the game as much as I did. So after this video, stop wasting away on YouTube and play a game you've had running on your backlog for years. I did a copy of Persona 4 Golden you've had there. Now, you're probably wondering, why on earth would I ever care what some random guy on the internet has to say? And to which I say,
It's one last job, Harding. One last job, and you're out.
I've heard that before.
Casualty here! Something got thrown! Harding down!
I think as of 5 one last jobs ago, you owe me.
You've destroyed millions of dollars in equipment.
Agent down!
Pull your agents back, Birkin.
I'm your beast of this insane, fast-paced FPS where each bullet impacts like a small truck and headshots feel as good as the best thing on earth. The Guilty Gear strides and counter effects. It's crazy, it's almost like this game lets you feel like an unkillable beast. Like the name of the game! The game then perfectly balances platforming, combat, and speed, which culminates in this unique experience in which you feel like you're moving 3,000 miles an hour, killing every single human being in a 50-mile radius, platforming up trees 300 miles tall. How many times can I say mile in one sentence before you buy this game? All of this is complemented by a style meter which is done in such a unique way, where stylish ways of killing things like headshots and hitting on tree branches actually takes off time which you take on a level, which means if you're good enough, you could even get negative times in this game. I am not good enough, but you get the gist. I feel like obviously this is a game you recommend visually first. If this gameplay doesn't visually appeal to you, then you're not really going to get much out of it. But even so, I think if you don't like speedrunning games like this, I think you should give this game a shot. It takes a relatively basic action plot and the way it's presented through these walkie-talkie cutscenes even enticed me, someone who sometimes rarely pays attention to story in video games. All of this gift is wrapped up by one of the best soundtracks in a game ever. Just that make your heart jump out your mouth shit. These beats sound diabolical and realign the conscience of one continuous landmass. It's that Robert gas station and overdose on bed. What was I writing? If you can't tell, I really like this game, and this is only number 10 on the list, so we are in for a schizophrenic rambling of a list from me, aren't we? One more Cyberpunk is like sex if there was a skateboard, because it's awesome. Never let my boy cook again. What am I writing, bro? That was awful. You know what? Fuck it, let's roll with it. Sorry to all my Asian Airways gamers, this game's for sex havers only. Jokes aside, this game is like you took the word funky and squeezed all of the essence out of it and put it directly into one thing. I'm going to call this game Funk Heroin from now on.
Did you talk about the music yet?
We get there when we get there. Bumfuck Cybershit is a spiritual successor to the game Jet Set Radio. I haven't played Jet Set Radio, but I think I can gauge that this is just Jet Set Radio if it was perfect in every way, shape, and form, taking everything they were cooking in Jet Set and just giving us more.
Danger! Did you talk about the music yet?
I will talk about the music in a minute! More being the name of the game. Fuck it, more eyes for the soundtrack. Fuck it, more areas to explore. Fuck it, more of everything. Becoming this wonderful casual experience for you to sit back and vibe to.
But what about the music?
But what about these nuts?
You know what? Fuck it. I'll do it myself.
My fucking timeline. You stole it. Not only does this music rule, so does the gameplay. While simplistic in nature, I find this game wanting a more casual approach, and any problem I would ever have with this game is fixed with mods. Being able to have any character do a kickflip is objectively the funniest shit ever. So of course, you know, I've got to get the squad, I've got to get Kiryu, Cell, Hatsune Miku, Dantes, Gojo.
I stroke my pickle.
Oh fuck it, get silly with it, Gojo, Sephiroth. Jump hitting the dance floor going crazily, you know? Man, this game. You see, this game, it has layers. Like a cake. Yes, I would like to claim my award for analytical writing now. This game is like a cake, and when you first consume it, you think, that was pretty damn good cake. As you let the cake sit and fest, you realize, this isn't any normal cake. That thing was filled with philosophical worms that are gonna poke your brain for weeks, and there's nothing you could do about it. Well, what I said may sound batshit insane. I assure you this game is far more insane. Following this joyless tale and exploration of human psyche, with each of the characters being extremely deep, with these surreal horror sections filled to the brim with different signifiers, which show this hidden story beneath the base story of these people trapped in a one-way ship to a torturous demise, stuck in their pony-themed coffin. Each hull being a constant reminder of the horrors of each character's experience or given to another, becoming this echo chamber of melancholic despair as the realization of this being their pony-themed graves where they're going to die and rot shows there as unfiltered and raw versions of these people. This airtight experience guides the player through a non-linear, masterfully crafted story where each page becomes a new revelation about a character, or something a character said in their dialogue finally clicks in your brain, and you just understand how doomed everyone was from the start. The best part about this game, despite all these insane, surreal sections and hidden meanings in each piece of dialogue, it feels distinctly human still. Whereas adding these surreal moments runs the risk of isolating the story and the meaning with this grounded narrative and complex way of showing it risk alienating the player. The way how the story weaves these moments together and leaves the whole 2.5 hour experience, leaving people who played it stuck at their setup with one word they could muster at the end of it. Man.
You've heard of it, haven't you? The Legend of Sparta.
Jackpot.
Now this year I decided to try out the Devil May Cry franchise for the first time, and well, of all of the games in this franchise, one of them by far was the one I was most interested in. I knew Devil May Cry 5 was the peak section, and I've been told that one has aged like a fine wine and a fine milk combined. DMC3 is the one I've had the strangest balance between the best game of all time and it being Skull and Bones. And after playing it, yeah no, this game fucks. Well, obviously this game was dated, the cinematic camera angles are jarring and quite disorientating. Honestly, if I didn't play DMC1 first to get used to the worst final boss of them all, using the goddamn camera in that game, and understanding how it works, I would have never understood how hard this game is. With combos and styles being the name of the game, with at first the style meter being this thing that taunts you. Like wow, the best you can manage is only an A rank? Yeah, A for A failure, but mission again damn it, before you get better grips of combos and mechanics and how to use each weapon to its fullest potential, allowing combos to play out before you, like how Master Builders in the LEGO movie did. Did I just reference the LEGO movie in a review of Devil May Cry 3? Yeah, no, I think I have autism, guys. Then making you plan your combos around style, creating this infinite loop, making you evaluate all the tools in your arsenal, from the environment to your weapons to even the style to craft these combos. Style isn't something you use just to feel cool, it becomes part of the combo itself, a forever elevating skill ceiling, never feeling so high in the heavens you'll never reach it, but slowly building itself, constantly keeping the encounters entertaining, where it's this balance of survival and skill blooming into this beautiful chaotic dance of action, moving at high speeds that your primordial lizard brain moves and engages in such a way way that few games ever hope to reach. Each weapon is also created so that anyone can pick it up with a basic understanding. Like, yeah, I got the forward punch, I got the uppercut, and this combo sends up. But the more you play and upgrade it, it allows you to slowly learn the new moves you gain and by an understanding how deep each weapon is. With alternate combos, special moves, even weapons interacting with how style works. Holy shit, I wrote so much for this game. Holy shit, I haven't even reached how the styles are. Styles then finally nail in this idea of skill expression, and each player having their own style. With 6 styles total, each changing completely how the game is played, from tricks of being movement focused to Swordmaster giving even more boost creating new combos to even fuck it, freeze time. But come Dio, who gives a shit? If the horse can do it, you can too. All these are masterful level design with the tower feeling like this infinite confusing labyrinth items and checkpoints and puzzles. Right when you think you're at the top, then boom, go back up the tower before, oh shit, this fucking thing spins around. You gotta go through the whole damn thing again. Each level introduces new concepts, shows you more behind the curtain, and right when you think you've got it, it flips that shit on its head. Most of the time, literally. And also the Switch version has freestyle, baby. Freestyle perfects this game for me. Honestly, without freestyle, this game drops to like 8th place, but with freestyle, all the way to the top of 5th place. Those fuckers lied. This game has way more than 0 Yakuza. As well as Devil May Cry, I also decided to nosedive into the Yakuza franchise because it's one of those franchises I've always wanted to play. But the sheer size alone terrifies me. Like 12 games as well. Can I even be bothered to finish one of them? Then I saw the trailer for Like a Pirate. Now I needed to know, how on fucking earth did Majima from the Japanese Yakuza become a pirate in Hawaii? Literally, how does that even happen? So after consulting the Wizards of Reddit for the play order of Yakuza, yeah, no, I have no idea what this means. It turns out that this game is fucking stupid. Like insane levels of silly, which is enhanced by the game having probably one of the best, if not the best crime thriller plotlines I've consumed in any piece of media ever, while the rest of the game is like an LSD-filled drug trip. Like, yeah, I got kicked out to Yakuza and my father figure is being blamed for a murder I was framed for, but I gotta protect Miracle Johnson from the zombies first, of course. This game balances this stupid shit and serious cry your eyes out shit so masterfully you become attached to these characters like no other. You see them living through life, the good and the bad. You see them walking through town, enjoying the mundane, finding meaning in simple activities we take for granted, including in their hobbies they hold near and dear to their heart, which makes the story of the Yakuza hit so much harder. We see these characters in every way possible, and we learn their personalities like the back of our hands. Each moment gets so much harder in Yakuza. Also, you can get a chicken as a financial advisor for your real estate business. So like, actually is there a reason not to play this game?
Future Rockstar. This is awesome! This is the greatest plan ever!
This is the dumbest plan ever!
She high on my rush till I fi? She rush on my fi till I high? She fi on my high till I rush? Why did that one work? If I rush this to ask the question, what if Devil May Cry was a rhythm game? The end result might be one of the most alive games ever made. The way how the world constantly bounces to the beat, complemented with a bright cel-shaded art style, makes this entire game look like a living art piece, constantly helping and bouncing with the beat. You almost find yourself blending to be a part of this world when you find out that hitting things on the beat does extra damage. Having the combat and the rhythm mechanics interact in such a way, the world makes the whole thing feel alive, and the players constantly living and breathing inside this world. Complemented by this game's great self-aware sense of humor, not afraid to break conventions for a silly little laugh. This is by far the least I have to say about any game on this list, and I feel bad for not saying as much, but music good. I think half it's copyrights, I can't play it.
Killer fish.
You know, on paper, balatro doesn't sound all that special. Like, wow, another roguelike, I'll add it to the pile, but when I saw it was nominated for Game of the Year, my interest was piqued. In an indie game being nominated for Game of the Year, that would never happen. In reality, this happens quite often. I'm just used to seeing the same 4 studios and genres being nominated for Game of the Year. It has piqued my interest, so one sale later, it was too late. My soul was lost. Because I decided to try the game and, oh my god, I get it. Yeah, no, this game's kinda good. Once you're in it, this is an addictive storm of cards, playing 50 card pickup, searching for the winning hand, trying to cut the perfect set of junklers. Did I just say junklers? Perfect set of jokers in order to craft that winning hand. This game is so good, it's the only thing that's ever willingly made me do math, which is funny, because I fucking hate math. But talking about balatro really doesn't tell people the idea of the game. And I know for a fact, because I've seen many videos in the game before I even decided to give it a shot. They never really sold me until I tried it for myself. So I urge you to give the game a shot. Even if you're skeptical if it's for you, I'm sure you'll find yourself searching for every single card. And plus, this is a refreshing break from every single roguelike ever just being about killing things. This game is truly a banger.
I need more power. Don't you dare say it's jackpot.
Now I suffer from this unique disease called being poor. Hope they find a cure soon. Which means I play this game with the potato mod, which kind of ruined the experience a little. But other than that, this game is amazing. Now, after 3 games in the franchise I played this year, I actually played this one the least. Really because I'll be 100% in this game at a later date, when I have a better setup so I can experience this game at its true peak. I imagine I really don't have to say much, because you know this game, and if you don't know this game, you know the music. Which is like bottled the concept of Devil May Cry in its purest essence. In other words, it hits like a ton of bricks. As throughout the year, I've slowly played each game in the Devil May Cry series, skipping so much I'll come back to next year. It's been fascinating watching this franchise grow, and Devil May Cry 5 serves as the pinnacle of the franchise. Everything from gameplay, music, setting, story, generally feels perfect. In such a way, I genuinely don't know what they're supposed to do for DMC6. Like, how are they supposed to top this game? This game perfects the combat, the style meter. Every problem I had with Devil May Cry 3 has been fixed with this game. With the camera issues being changed with an over-the-shoulder, and exploring switching to a much wider view of the arena when combat ensues, with moves like Stinger and Revolver being able to use in the air, with freestyle being the only style, allowing players to use every style equally off the bat, allowing you to unlock them with red orbs instead of grinding mission 19 for 5 hours straight to get max level in every style. Not only perfects every flaw of previous entries, but builds on them, changing weapons from their previous movesets for much better, more unique, usable movesets. There also being 4 different playable characters, each feeling similar enough that you know entirely thrown out your senses when you switch, but different enough so it feels like you're learning 4 different games at once is genius. Finding this perfect balance of story, level design, and gameplay, one of the best, most complete experiences I've ever had. Devil May Cry 5 isn't for everyone, but for the people it is, holy shit, it's like crack. I know I said it's about at least 4 different games on this list, but this one is definitely crack, like, it's just crack. Also, it has Dante, therefore it is peak fiction. When I booted up this game, I originally thought this was going to be a game where, gameplay comes first, and story was an afterthought and I'd lose interest in about 4 hours. Then this guy really showed me how close-minded I was being, by showing me how to be a lot more open-minded. All of a sudden, I was hooked. This wasn't like any other game I've played. It knew what it was cooking, and I was ready to consume whatever should have put on my plate. And the way how the gameplay and the story seamlessly blend together to create this almost perfect way of presenting a story, where you not only hear the characters talk about Chronos overdose, but you physically see and experience the effects of Chronos overdose. And the way how it messes with your mind, completely changing things, distorting your way of seeing time. Sure, it makes you an unstoppable killing machine, but what it does to your mind, the way how the game lies to you, makes you question what is real in such a unique and interesting way. All of this packaged around a major conspiracy surrounding Chronos and his Easterness War leaves you analysing every single moment that happens in this game. You already saw I was just gonna kill things coolly. Never did I expect myself to get enticed in the story and presentation of this game. As I sit here and read over this script that I've said, all I realised is I want to play this game again. All of this is perfected by its amazing aesthetic, featuring constant uses of time, rewinding, and then using this as an effect with a CRT, with scan lines and watching tapes rewinded with different sound effects. All of this makes a beautiful retro aesthetic you can't help but fall in love with. In this futuristic cyberpunk dystopian world, this one didn't just sound like a 12-year-old gushing and actually made some sense. Play this game, or I will find you. I'm serious. I know where you are, whoever's watching this video. I will find... Now, quickly before I announce the favourite game I played last year, just some honourable mentions that didn't quite make the list, but I still wanted to show a little bit of love. I do love these games, and I think you should try them out. Also, when I said quickfire, I meant it. These are going to be quickfire.
Just hold, shake, and watch that meter.
You wake up after a weird dream. You hear your friend calling your name. The last day before you finally confront the king. Before you save Avogard from everything he's done. You spend the final day with your friends and prepare for tomorrow. The day finally comes and you enter the house. Check for traps, because that's your job obviously, and yep, looks safe to me. Let's go ahead and... You wake up after a red dream. You hear your friend calling your name. Wait. This has already happened, hasn't it? Why am I back? Did you just die? And that is all I'm going to tell you about my favourite game I played last year. In Stars and Time is truly unlike any other game I have ever played, and it really is just such an emotional gut punch that it might be my favourite game of all time. Please, if you're going to play any game on this, play this one. I'm begging you. I don't know how to switch to the outro, so I'm just going to suddenly...